Hey guys, welcome back to an episode of my NCAA intro series where we take a look at different teams' intros throughout the last 25 years. Today we're taking a look at none other than the Arizona State Sun Devils. Now, there isn't really too many players in the NFL from the Sun Devils. Starter-wise, there are a couple. We do have, of course, the one and only Brandon Ayuk. We have Rashad White. Awesome. DJ Davidson. Cam Scatterbo. Okay. Mitchell Frabani. I think that's how you say his name. Christopher Edmonds. And that's pretty much it when it comes to, like, current players. They're not really... They don't seem like they produce that many NFL players every year, so it's one of those situations where it's like, you know, hey, at least they have produced some pretty dang good talent. Let's be honest, Cam Scatterbo should be a really good player in the NFL, and Brandon Ayuk, he's been kind of up and down, but we'll see how he does with the 49ers this upcoming season. Let me see. Terrell Suggs went to Arizona State. Oh, wait. Ball So Hard University. Is that Arizona State? I just realized that. Anyway, so Lawrence Guy also went to Arizona State, apparently. I say apparently because last time I did a video and where I mentioned stuff off Google, people told me I was incorrect on some of these. Todd Heap went to Arizona State. According to this, he was actually a Ravens tight end for a good period of time. Very successful one, actually. And that's pretty much it when it comes to, like, star players. Jack Jones, Randall McDaniel. He's actually a Hall of Fame left guard for the Seahawks and Vikings. Zach Miller went to Ball So Hard University. Why did they call it Ball So Hard University? You know, should I ask or should I not ask? Tell me down below. Feel like I want to know, but I feel like I don't want to know at the same time. Harry went to Arizona State. Zane Gonzalez. Okay, so they got some players. Jake Plummer. Although a funny name, I think he was actually pretty mediocre. I don't think he was that bad. For some reason, my brain thinks of him as, like, absolute garbage in the NFL. But I think he was actually pretty decently okay. Brock Osweiler got a lot of good money in the NFL. Maybe not the best quarterback in the NFL, but definitely got paid. I think that's pretty much it. Will Sutton, didn't he get arrested? Anyway, let's get into the actual good intros, which is NCAA 11 and on. So, as always, NCAA 11 is the first, like, NCAA where they actually started, go crazy with the intros. Before NCAA 11, it wasn't awful, but a lot of the intros, as you saw throughout this video, were kind of mid. Like, they showed off the stadium, they showed off little things, but they didn't really show off when it came to, like, really that good of an intro. Now, of course, NCAA 11 does also show off more of the players, which they don't have NIL deals, so they can't use their name or likeness. But what they can do is show off, like, hey, listen, these are real players. Even if they're not technically being posted, they are technically real players. So they were able to, I feel like, do a lot more. But players still weren't getting paid, so they're not able to actually do anything other than show off their numbers and their position. Which I think there are some older NCAAs where you can actually mod them to actually have, like, the real names of the player, which I don't know the legitimacy of, like, every NCAA being able to do that, because I definitely feel like NCAA would probably try to can that type of mod, just because, again, it's not like NFL. These are actually just college kids. So I'm surprised if that mod lasted more than one NCAA. Feel like they probably would have canned that pretty quickly, out of fear that they could get sued. So, I don't know. With that being said, though, let's get to NCAA 12, which starts off with the OG panning of the actual stadium, which I always freaking love when they do this. I don't know. If you guys have watched this channel, you know I've done a lot of like no clipping inside and outside of stadiums. Sadly, College Football 26 is not going to be on PC, so I'm not going to be able to do it on PC. But I love no clipping inside and outside of stadiums. So whenever I see stadiums now, I'm just like, I wonder how that looks. Like, I wonder how good that looks on the outside of the actual stadium. It has become my passion project because of this channel. Also, little side note here, and Sun Devil fans, don't kill me for this one. Your uniforms look like ketchup and mustard. I'm sorry, but I have to say it. It definitely looks like ketchup and mustard, uniform-wise. It's not a bad uniform, but it gives me that ketchup and mustard vibes. Kind of like when the Rams, was it the Rams? The Jaguars, I believe it was Jaguars-Rams a couple years ago. They had like a Thursday night game, which had, what's it called? It had like, what's it called? Not Sugar Rush. The Color Rush uniforms. And it had that ketchup and mustard bowl. It's probably not the Rams. I'm probably thinking about different teams, but I know the Jaguars were in it, but it was absolutely awful. Oh, Bucks, Jags. I think it was Buccaneers, Jags. Because Bucks had the Reds, so I think that's what it was. All right, so now getting into NCAA 13 here. Let's see how this looks. As always, NCAA 13 starts off with a very weird intro because it shows off the players first, and then it gets to the actual intro that we know and love, which is always fun, man. Always fun. So now we're going to get into the actual intro. We just need to show off the players first for no real reason, but all right. So let's see how much they copy and paste NCAA 12 here into NCAA 13. This is their favorite thing to do, by the way. Copy and paste. Eric Allen went to Arizona State. I just realized that. And Eric Allen was amazing. So, shout out to Danny White went there. Okay. Pat Tillman went to Arizona State. Wow. There's some legends that went here. Okay. That's not bad at all. Darren Woodson, I think he was a strong safety for the Cowboys, I believe. Jack Jones, we already talked about. Okay, so some really good players, in all honesty. Now we're about to get into NCAA 14. I almost say college football 14. NCAA 14, which is the most mid-intro of all time. If you have seen NCAA 14 before in another series on this channel, you know how bad this intro sequence is. It's only bad because they tried to make it a movie. They could have made this good. If they didn't add the movie, like the special effects in there, I feel like this intro is better. I feel like this intro is better if they didn't try to make it into like a crazy special effect thing. That's kind of how I look at it. I feel like this could have been better if they didn't try hard pretty much. But let's go ahead and get right into the one and only College Football 25. The one we all love. And so far, by the way, we have not seen a mascot, and I know what their mascot looks like. He looks like a devil with a pitchfork or a trident, I think it's called. So we haven't seen any mascots yet for this team, which is kind of disappointing. But anyway, guys, tell me, there we go. There's our mascot. Our first look at our mascot at the very end of the video. Shout out to College Football 25. And they have a statue. A statue, and that is W right there. Absolute W. See you guys next one, though.